You want to change yourself from the version 1.0 to the version 2.0, and you're not sure how exactly you're supposed to do it. You've started working out, you've changed your diet, you might have even changed your clothing style, but with every little change that you've done, you of course move closer to your goal of being the version 2.0, but you have a lot of people telling you, why are you trying to be something you're not? And a lot of the times it's because when you want to change yourself, when you want to upgrade from the version 1.0 to the version 2.0, you're doing it in a company of people who know your version 1.0. And so whatever change you do, they don't see the change. They don't see that you've changed that much. They see it as, oh, so he moved from the version 1.0 to the version 1.1 or the version 1.2. They don't see you change that much. They think that you are playing at something that you're not. And for you to make the biggest change possible, there are two main things that you have to change. And one of the things is easier to change. The second one is quite harder, depending on your situation. The first thing that you can quite easily change is the circle of people you have around you. Because if you stop being friends with the people who knew you, the old you, and start being friends with people who don't know the old you, but just the new you, in their opinion, you're going to be a totally different person. You might even be the version 2.0 for them, if you tell them what you've been like before. But the people, or yes, that's one of the main reasons, but also the second reason is because the old friends are gonna be keeping you, or gonna wanna be keeping you still at the same level as they are. So you can imagine it that if you are a fat fuck and your friends are also fat fucks, and you decide, okay, I'm gonna start working out so that I can lose weight, and the people are gonna be, why the fuck are you working out and trying to lose weight? You think that's gonna help you? You look fucking stupid. They're not gonna support you. No. They see that you are getting better than them, and they're gonna be like a crabs. When you have crabs in a bucket, if one crab tries to get out of the bucket, the other fucking crabs that are in the bucket, motherfucker, the other crabs are gonna snap at his fucking feet so that he can't get out and stays there with them. That's what your friends are gonna do. They're gonna try to keep you at their level. Of course, there might be one or two people who feel like, oh, he's making something out of himself, I should do it also. Those are the people that you, on the opposite side, should keep in your life, because they are thinking, oh shit, he is doing something, and something that's helping him, and I should do the same. At that point, just take the person along and get on this self-improvement journey together. Okay, so that was the one thing that you can change. Your friends, that's gonna help quite a bit in getting yourself to the version 2.0. But the biggest change that's gonna help you the most in getting from the version 1.0 to the version 2.0 is changing your fucking surroundings. Whenever you have the option to move out of your parents' house and change the place you're in, either it be going to, I don't know if in other countries it's possible, but in Czech Republic, where I'm from, it's possible to go to high school in a different city and stay there at like a student housing. That's the that's one of the ways you can do it. Or in university, you can go study in a different city, and there you can go to the student housing. Or when you are out of university, you can just move to a different city or country. And when you move, most of the time, there are not going to be any people who know what you are like or what you have been like. So at that point, you don't want to be acting the same way that you've been acting until now. No, you want to start acting like the version 2.0 of yourself, because if you start acting like it, you're gonna be it. So when you start acting like the version 2.0, when no one knows you, they're gonna think, oh fuck, this guy is confident. He's fucking working out every day. He looks jacked. They're gonna see you so much, so much more higher than the people who knew you. Because they don't know what you've been through. They just see you now. And that's that's the biggest change that you can make. And it is also one of the reasons why I wanted to move. Because firstly, when I was living with my parents, I I've kind of stagnated. I had the fear of like, what are my parents gonna think if I'm gonna be doing this thing? What are my parents gonna think about me? And for that reason, I wanted to move out so that I can fucking get my mind off this thing and start doing what I want to do. And also it helps changing my character. I can start fucking being who I want to be. I don't have to fucking get the get the I don't have to get shut down by the people around me who know the old me with me trying to change. Also, a lot of the times the people will say to you, you've changed. And that's because they're not they're not gonna say you've grown. No, because as I said, they're crabs in a bucket. They don't want you to grow. They want you to think that the change you've made is stupid. So they're not gonna say you've grown. They're gonna say just that you've changed. And changing is a hard work. But remember, hard work pays off. Shit, that's not how you turn it off.